Hi, I'm Mary, a librarian and book reviewer with a focus on stories written for kids, tweens, and teens. Today I get to share with you this book called After the Fall: How Humpty Dumpty Got Back Up Again by Dan Santat. Most kids know the story about Humpty Dumpty, who fell apart and wasn't able to be put back together. This story reimagines what happens with Humpty Dumpty after the fall, and not as much how he's broken physically, but how he's broken emotionally, and how the dreams that he once had about climbing the wall and flying are a little harder to achieve now that he knows what the consequences could be. So, as he starts to find ways to rediscover the joy that he once had, he begins to be brave and starts to find that he might actually be able to achieve his goals after all, even though doing so might not be easy. This story is a really beautiful tale of resilience and of overcoming one's fears through the lens of a character that most children will recognize from stories and fairy tales of their childhood. So this book features the character of Humpty Dumpty. The story is told from his perspective, and there's not a huge number of words in the book. In fact, the words themselves are not the focus of the pages. You see the illustrations primarily, and the words do help guide the story, but readers are going to be focusing on the illustrations as they go through the book. So Humpty Dumpty is a character who has a little bit more emotional depth than one might realize from the traditional fairy tale. He has fears and ambitions and desires, and when ideas strike, he bravely decides to follow them. And even when things get hard, even when things happen that are unexpected, Humpty Dumpty finds some strength within himself in order to overcome the obstacles and achieve the dreams that he has been dreaming for so long. So this story is great for preschool aged readers, especially because of the length of the text, the details in the illustrations, and the ability that this book has to be read aloud. Also, preschool aged readers are often finding themselves in similar emotional predicaments to the ones that Humpty Dumpty is facing, and observing a character that is familiar and comfortable overcoming these obstacles on their own helps young readers to find the strength to do so in their daily lives as well. So it is beautifully illustrated. It has a lot of strong messages, not only for kids, but also for the grown-ups reading the book aloud to them. And it's a delight to read both in a home setting and in a story time. If this book sounds like a great fit for you or for someone you know, I hope you look for it wherever you get your books.